Welcome to the Edupedia World, Virtual World Free Education. My name is Suraya Sayed, Microsoft Certified Trainer. Sometimes it is necessary to insert rows and columns into a worksheet, or sometimes you have to delete rows or columns. You can insert just one column or row, or you can insert multiple rows and columns. And there are several methods for inserting columns and rows. Either to use the ribbon or to use the contextual menu from the right click, or to use shortcuts from keyboard. Before adding a row or column, you tell Excel where you want the new one to be inserted by selecting its neighbor. Select the row or column before which you want to insert the new one. For example, if you want to add a new blank row between row 1 and row number 2, click the row header of row number 2 to select the second row. Then, from the ribbon on the Home tab, inside Cells group, click the down arrow of Insert button and click Insert Sheet Rows. A new row is inserted under row number 1 and above row number 3. And if you want to add a new column between column A and column number B, click the column header of column B to select the second column. Then from the Cells group on the ribbon, click the Insert button and click Insert Sheet Columns. A new column is added between column A and column C. You can repeat the process by clicking the function key number 4. F4 will insert another and another columns. But if you want to insert multiple rows or columns at once, you should tell Excel how many new adjacent rows or columns you want to add to the worksheet by selecting the same number of existing rows or columns. For example, if you want to insert 2 new rows, select 2 existing rows where you want the new ones to be located. And if you want to insert 3 new rows, select 3 existing rows. To insert 2 columns after column A, select 2 columns, column B and column C, then insert column sheets. We find that 2 columns are added. Make undo, then let's select 4 columns from column B through column E, then insert sheet columns. 4 columns are added. The number of existing columns you select before inserting new columns is equal to the number of columns you will gain. The same idea for inserting rows. If you want to insert, for example, 3 rows before row number 3, then select 3 rows from row number 3 to row number 5. Then click Insert Sheet Rows. We can find 3 rows are inserted before the selected rows. Excel can also add non-adjacent rows and columns to your worksheet. Just select all the rows and columns before which you want to add new columns or rows. For example, select row number 3, then press and hold the Control key and click row number 7 and number 11. Go to the ribbon and press Insert Sheet Rows. We noted that 3 rows are added at the same time below each one of these rows. Similarly, you can add several non-adjacent columns by selecting columns, then insert sheet columns. New columns are added to the left just beside the selected columns. Up till now, I had described only the first way to add or insert columns and rows, but there are 2 other methods that you can use. You can use the right click on the row or column heading that opens the context menu, from which you can select insert rows or insert columns. And of course, you can use the second method also for inserting several rows or for inserting several columns. And finally, the last way to insert columns or rows to your worksheet is to use the shortcut from your keyboard, which is press and hold Control and Shift keys and also press the plus key, as we can see in this example. Thank you for watching Edupedia World Videos. See you at the next video.